right back at you again. We're going to finish up part 4 of this 051 Fathead case report. It's smoking hot. I mean, we've uncovered so much new witness statements, new statements in general, and now SDOT pops up out of the blue. So let's keep going. Responding detectives interviewed Redacted, who related the following information in essence but not verbatim. Redacted related that the only time that Redacted Antonio was at her apartment was on the day that he was murdered. She related that only the time that Antonio was around the area of 7th and Union was the day that he was murdered. She related that the only time that she accompanied him near or at her apartment was on the day that he was murdered. Redacted related that she is certain that Smith is the person who was driving the van that contained the offender who murdered Redacted Davis. And they have this whole statement redacted. Move down here. Walter Smith, aka S. IR number redacted, was arrested March 15, 2013. Smith was placed inside room number 2, located in the Area South Detective Bureau. Pursuant to Illinois state law, the ERI system was activated at 13:45 hours. Responding Detective Colleen read Smith his Miranda warnings at 13:54 hours. Smith related audibly that he understood his rights and he waived them. Smith related the following information in essence but not verbatim. Smith related that he redacted. He related that during the redaction, he related that redaction residence at that time was redacted and redacted. Smith related that he performs music on YouTube videos. He related that his rap career does not take him out of town and he does not travel as a result of it. He related that he is not in a gang. Responding detectives presented Smith with CPD-generated photographs of Marvin Riley and Courtney Ely. Smith related that he does not know either individual. Responding detectives presented Smith with a CPD-generated photograph of the victim to this murder, NKA Antonio Davis. Smith related that he did not personally know Davis, but he knows that he is dead. Smith related that he learned of David's death from an unknown Facebook page. He related that he does not know how Davis died. Smith related that he has never been inside a van or driven a van owned by Marvin Riley. Furthermore, he related that he was not on the scene when the victim died. At 14:05 hours, Smith requested an attorney. The interview was terminated at that time. Responding detectives inventoried all photographs shown to Smith under CPD inventory number 12855-802. Smith was taken to the 005th District Lockup at 14:35 hours to be processed. At 15:25 hours, his attorney, NKA redacted ARDC number, arrived at the Area South Detective Bureau. Redacted consulted with Smith between approximately 15:30 and 15:55 hours. The ERI was deactivated during the attorney visit. An attorney visit notification form was completed. The attorney visit form and other pertinent attorney identifiers were inventoried by RD under CPD inventory number 12855-885. Responding detectives contacted the witness, NKA redaction, voluntarily came to the Area South Detective Bureau to view a lineup. Redaction was presented with a lineup advisory form and explained its contents. Redaction related that he understood the form and he signed it. The form was inventoried under CPD inventory number 12856-044. Responding detectives compiled a lineup with Smith included. The lineup took place on March 15, 2013, between 1940 hours and 2000 hours. All suspects were seated for the lineup because the witness only saw the suspect seated in a van. Redaction viewed the lineup, but he was unable to identify any subjects in the lineup. ASA Emily Lewin reviewed the case. ASA Lewin interviewed redaction with RD. Redaction related essentially the same information that had been related in prior interviews. The case was continued at that point for further lineups to be conducted by responding detectives. On March 16, 2013, the witness NKA redacted relocated to Area South Detective Bureau to view a lineup. Redaction had previously identified Smith in a photo. Redaction was presented with a lineup advisory form and explained its contents. Redaction related that she understood the form and she signed it. The form was inventoried under CPD inventory number 12856-892. Responding detectives compiled a lineup with Smith included. The lineup took place on March 16, 2013 between 1840 hours and 1842 hours. All suspects were again seated because the witness only saw the suspects seated in a van. Redacted viewed the lineup and she positively identified Smith as the person who was driving the van used during the commission of this murder. It should be noted that ETJ Skumasi number 3811 photographed the lineup. E.T. Skumasi photographed Smith individually. ASA Lewin interviewed redaction with responding detectives present. Redaction related the following information in essence but not verbatim. Redaction related that she is positive that the person she identified in the lineup, NKA Smith, is the same person who was driving the van used during this murder. She related that she recognized the suspect while casually watching YouTube videos with friends. She related that she saw a video with the suspect. She contacted responding detectives. She related that she was able to later identify the suspect in a photo array presented by responding detectives. She related that she is sure of her identification because the driver, NK Smith, stared at her and redaction just prior to the murder. She related that she was not very far away from the van at that time. She related that she did not see the shooter run back inside the awaiting van because she had begun running away at that time. It should be noted that redacted related that she had never seen Smith prior to the murder. Furthermore, she related that she did not know about his videos on YouTube until she saw them after the murder. At approximately 1940 hours, Smith reinitiated an interview with responding detectives. At approximately the same time, responding detectives read Smith his Miranda warnings, to which Smith related that he understood and waived. Smith essentially related to responding detectives that he did not drive the van that was used during this murder. At 1945 hours, Smith again requested his attorney. Responding detectives terminated the interview. At approximately 2020 hours, Smith again reinitiated an interview with responding detectives. At approximately the same time, responding detectives read Smith his Miranda warnings, to which he related that he understood and waived. Smith essentially related that he did not drive the van that was used during this murder. Smith related that he might have been in Wisconsin on June 22, 2012, but he was not sure. Smith related that he wanted to see the photographs that were shown to him on the previous day. Responding detectives again showed Smith the CPD-generated photographs of Marvin Riley and Courtney Ely. Smith related that he does not know Riley, but he knows Ely. He related that he knows Ely because he redaction. Smith related that anyone involved in this murder would tell responding detectives that he did not drive the van. Responding detectives inquired to Smith as to why he lied to responding detectives regarding his whereabouts in June 2012 and his identification of Courtney Ely. Smith related that he was not truthful because he did not know what this incident was all about. Responding detectives showed Smith a photograph off of the internet that appears to be Smith and Courtney Ely displaying gang symbols. Smith related that the person is not Ely, but a person named Redaction. Responding detectives also showed Smith a photograph off of a Facebook page that showed several male blacks displaying gang symbols and a handgun. Smith related that he does not know these individuals. At 20:54 hours, Smith again requested his attorney. The interview was subsequently terminated. It should be noted that the picture of the male blacks displaying gang symbols and the handgun was from a previous interview with Redacted. All of the photos shown to Smith during the last interview were inventoried under CPD inventory number 12857-543. All of the interviews with Smith are permanently stored in the CPD E-Track system under CPD video inventory numbers V67257 and V67258. At 21:15 hours on March 16th, ASA Lewin continued the investigation. CI for further interviews and evidence. Smith was released without charge on March 16th, 2013 at 21:15 hours. So here we have SDOT being interrogated multiple times and him actually coming clean about actually knowing C-Day at some point in the interrogation, but not knowing Marvin Riley. Definitely want to know what you guys think about that. And he was also released without charge. Responding detectives were able to ascertain the identities of Redacted as Redacted, no IR number, and Redacted as Redacted, IR number, Redacted. Responding detectives interviewed Redacted, aka Redacted, on October 16, 2012 and March 19, 2013. Redaction related the following information in essence but not verbatim. Redaction related that an unknown date and time in 2012 he was in a vehicle that was being operated by Redaction. He related that Redaction was driving a gray Dodge Charger. Redaction related that he was in the front passenger seat. He related that they picked up a person whom he knows as B.D. Marvin at an unknown Chicago address on the south side. He related that B.D. Marvin needed a ride to the Markham Courthouse. He related that B.D. Marvin asked him if he knew Fathead, aka victim Antonio Davis. Smith related that he told B.D. Marvin that he knew Fathead from playing youth basketball. He related that B.D. Marvin told him that he was recently riding around in a van with Redaction from the 300 and 600 factions of the Black Disciples. He related that Marvin told him that Redaction in the van saw Fathead walking with Redaction somewhere near West 69th Street. He related that Marvin told him that this the same person pointed out Fathead to everyone else in the van. He related that Marvin told him that the van pulled over, whereupon someone in the van tied a black hoodie around their face and exited the van. He related that Marvin told him that this the same person ran up to Fathead and shot him multiple times. He related that Marvin told him that the person was going to shoot Redaction, but she ran away. He related that Marvin told him that the person ran back to the awaiting van and they drove off. He related that Marvin told him that the person with the gun had 2 or 3 bullets left in the weapon after the murder. He related that Marvin told him that upon fleeing the murder scene in the van, this same person shot at Gangster Disciple members on West 69th Street. Redaction related that after the conversation, he was dropped off at his home while B.D. Marvin remained in the car with Redaction. Redaction related that B.D. Marvin told him that he had gotten into an argument with Davis just days before the murder. He related that B.D. Marvin did not like Fathead because Fathead was part of the Young Money Gang faction. Redacted related that B.D. Marvin is a Black Disciple with the Lamron faction. And we're going to go ahead and stop it there and let you guys go ahead and consume that part. I will be back with part 5 shortly. Thank you for everything. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.